Hi everyone, it's Skippy. Today we're going to be going over several updates we've gotten on the Bokomono website. There's a lot to cover, so let's get into it. On October 11th, we met Chris. It says she works for a company in town, and I can only imagine it's a remote position because I don't see where else she'd go. It says she used to be an announcer. I wonder what for. Maybe we'll find out because I don't remember. I love her design. It's very similar to her old one, and I think she looks so cute. You can definitely see the resemblance between her and her son in these images as well, who we'll see here shortly. Then on October 12th, we got introduced to Swari, aka Wally, and it says he loves running more than anything, and that is incredibly accurate. This man runs, and runs, forever. I remember if you would talk to him while he was on a jog, he would jog in place, and I always thought that was funny and cool. And here is this cute photo of him running with his son, who also shares his devoted passion for running around the valley every single day. On October 13th, we got our first ranch life introduction. It shows us some of the fruits and vegetables that we can grow. Here we see some delicious looking watermelons. I love the detail to the plant itself with all the vines. And here we have these glowing lantern things. I don't really remember these, but they're really cool looking. If you know what these are, please let me know down in the comments, because like I said, I really don't remember, but I think it's interesting that they kind of like glow and that they probably give a really nice ambiance at nighttime. Then on October 14th, we got a glimpse at Hugh, Wally and Chris's son, who we've already learned a lot about so far. And just like in Harvest Moon, this boy loves to run, just like his father. I love that they kept his little bandage on his face. I remember thinking he was so cute when I played, and as he gets older, his character model still matches pretty well for hairstyle and colors. I'm interested to know if there will still be some Hugh and Kate relationship stuff going on. I know it was kind of like always up in the air, as there's like a little bit of an age difference, and the fact that they're like best friends is also really cool, especially if you've ever played the DS version. On October 17th, we got a character we know and love, Muku Muku. It says he or she, for all we know, is a mysterious fluffy creature that only appears on blue moons. I love this fluffy little guy, and I'm excited to encounter him or her again. I hope you have more cutscenes or involvement with Muku Muku, and maybe if you befriend him or her, you can get something special in return. But it's possible that we might really only see Muku Muku during winter or the colder months, because in these screenshots here it's cold. I think it's completely possible because I used to refer to it as the Yeti when I was little. On October 18th, we got introduced to Sebastian, the butler at Romana's mansion. It says he can cook and paint, which I vaguely remember from before, him painting at least. Obviously he cooks, he's a butler. Here they've given us a nice shot of his character model at the mansion. I love his little outfit. He looks a bit more fancy compared to his old model, which was fine, but adding the jacket has really made him seem more butler-like. And just overall, I think he looks super cute. Then on October 19th, they gave us our second glimpse at ranch life, focusing on raising animals from babies. In this image, a cow is about to give birth, from what I remember from the original game, from a scene like this. And here we have this cute little baby cow as you hold a bottle. I don't understand why we have to bottle feed them, but I am so excited for it. It's absolutely adorable. I didn't think the cows could get any cuter, and then they did by being small and feeding them with little baby bottles. It's so cute. At the bottom here, it says that there are many hardships before a child's animal grows up. So I assume from the loose translation is that maybe the animals need extra time or care mentally or emotionally. If you guys have any idea what that could be interpreted to, comment down below. I'd love to know your thoughts. On October 20th, we got a character introduction of Romana, the older woman who lives in the mansion with Sebastian, her butler, and her Lumina, her granddaughter. It says she's been in Forgotten Valley for a long time. Her room is so pretty and very reminiscent of what she had in Harvest Moon too, but it's so much brighter and it doesn't look like a dungeon of some sorts compared to the original lighting and the decorations, of course, and the bright colors. And here we see yet another festival at her courtyard, I guess. I think it's a New Year's festival from the look of it and from what I remember. I literally cannot wait to see all the little festivals and events they've added either, because it's been stated that they've added more than 70 types of events. I don't know if that's just cutscenes or if it's group events in town mixed with cutscenes. I'm not really sure, but either way, that's a ton of different things to experience. On October 21st, we got our third glimpse at ranch life. which is basically life beyond the ranch, meaning when you have time after maintenance to catch fish, harvest flowers and wild vegetables, and run around town to make friends and create relationships. I'm really excited with how the waterfall looks at the back of the valley, and I assume the fishing mechanic is the same, where you kind of just cast a line on a dark shadow like you see here, and then pull up whenever it's ready. I have always enjoyed fishing in Harvest Moon, especially during winter and the early mornings before people start waking up to kind of kill some time. I am also curious to see if they've added any new flowers and mushrooms from before. I know there was a decent amount already, but I think it would be cool if they added more, not for collecting or anything, but maybe for some sort of crafting or crafting for gifts. Also, we can see little Hugh over there jogging in the morning in this shot, which I also love. On October 24th, we got a character introduction of Tay, or how I remember, Tim. It says he is the owner of the inn, Mimi Tay, which from what I knew was called the Inner Inn. So here we see him managing the front desk with a smile on his face. His character design is basically the same as before, and I think he looks super great, and I'm really excited to interact with him at the inn, October 25th. We got a character introduction of Tay's wife, Lou, aka Ruby. It lists her as also the owner of the inn, and says she's very good at cooking. Her character design is quite literally the same, down to the necklace and the flower pattern on her dress. I'm really impressed, and this shot of the kitchen is really nostalgic. I cannot wait to have those button mashing milk drinking contests again, but I don't think the durability of my Switch is going to be as durable as my GameCube controller, so we'll see. As for what I expect from her personality, I kind of hope it's the same, because I remember she used to irritate me when I was little because I would talk to her and she would ask me if I was working hard or hardly working. Now, as an adult, it's just funny, but when I was little, it really made me mad. On October 26th, we got an update to Ranch Life Introduction where it introduces us to cooking. This is something a lot of us have probably been waiting for, just to kind of see how the cooking is going to work this time in comparison to A Wonderful Life, which my experience with cooking in Another Wonderful Life was not very positive. I didn't know any recipes and I messed up constantly making a giant plate of muck that I usually threw away, or I forced my character to eat to make them feel ill. It says here, let's cook. Let's cook after harvesting crops and dairy products. There are 121 recipes in all. Don't miss out on a lot of wonderful dishes. 121 recipes. That is a lot of different items that we can craft to feed ourselves, which feeding yourself is actually pretty important compared to some other games. Your energy goes down, but you recuperate after the next day, which in this game you do, but at the same time, you don't feel very well when you haven't actually eaten good food. In order to get myself good food, I used to cheat by plugging in an extra controller into the third player slot on the GameCube and pressing the Z button. Was my way of getting really good polished food. I'm really excited. So, and here you can see our character is holding a plate of very delicious food. There's some decorations on like the spices and stuff like that here on the table. We've seen the kitchen before and it looks pretty much exactly the same as it does in A Wonderful Life, besides it being a little bit more detailed around this time. And then in the second image we have, it looks like, and I'm so excited, a cookbook where it actually tells you what you need. So in this case, this looks like some type of soup where you need either one of these vegetables and milk, whether it be goat's or cow's milk. So I'm kind of excited. And it shows different ones that you can make on the side there as well too. And then in the last image that they gave us, it shows, I'm guessing, what we have in our fridge and what we have in our backpack. And you can probably cook in the same area as long as you're in the fridge and you have your backpack at the same time. And it looks like here that this might be a recipe for the strawberry cake because you've got the strawberries, the milk, and then an egg here. So I'm guessing if you move the egg over into the empty space, it'll make a strawberry cake. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of all these updates. We're getting closer to the release and I can't wait to see what we get next. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe for more Story of Seasons A Wonderful Life content, and check out my other videos on Stardew Valley. See you next time!